Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, of course it's not working. Let me try to move this a little bit closer. You know, so the cats don't have to jump as far. But welcome, happy Friday. Hope everybody's had a good week, or, you know, if not, you know, it's almost over. I'm going to get my camera. I'm going to give my camera a refresh. Minnie. Minnie, Minnie. Quicksilver, hello. We are having another Glazy afternoon here. We are adding more color to pots, and I actually have added quite a bit of color to these pots already. So I'm hoping that I can get at least one of these kilns started. We are going to be layering today. Hey, look, a bucket. One of these days, a cat will come up here and be my friend. But until then, we just get the red bucket to stare at. Let's see. Trying to see what color I need first. I've got, I think pink is what I might need first. What are you? You are purple. I am not in need of purple. Shoot, I need to stretch before I even get started today. There's not a great deal of pink in here, but there is enough, and let's just do that. I don't have any cats here. Because all I need is some pink kind of around the rim of these mugs. They are going to be the unicorn farts. Isn't that fun? So this is gray right now, and then I'm putting some pink on top of it. Oh, it is a humid day. Though it feels good. It's in the, what, 50s, 60s, but it's kind of sprinkling here all day. So it's probably a little bit chilly if you're outside. But if you're inside here, having run 3 kilns in the last couple of days, it's very comfortable. Whew, that one touched the bottom. Don't need that much pink. Here we go. Alright, so those are pink. I've got the other ones over here that are pink as well, but I need to know. Let me go look over here at what came out of the kiln, because I feel like my pink is a little bit thick, and I want to make sure that the Arizona Sunrise comes out the way I want it to. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Sometimes if it's too thick, then like it'll be more pink. But that looks good. So this is what the pink looks like over the black. It's very purplish. And I think it looks really cool. That's so shiny you can't really see it, but I may let the pieces dry a little bit more before I do that, because I'm going to have to get the pink out again. Those gray ones will need another layer of pink. And I need sea spray, and I need celery. I thought one of them was over here. Maybe they're both right here. Which one are you? You are emerald. Here we go. I need to do some digging in this one. Because I can feel that some stuff has settled on the bottom, and so I'm just kind of stirring it up here. Sometimes you have to do that. Like you see, you got big chunks there that will dissolve if, you know, disturbed enough. But sometimes just like stirring it with a brush or even with the whisk here, you just can't break it up. See, there it is. Here's a great big chunks. But we have been glazing lots of things in here. Been glazing and shipping lots of things, which reminds me, let's go over here and make sure that I've set a UPS pickup. See if I made it. I have like 2 minutes. I'm like, oh no, I almost missed it. It is for today. Yes, it made it for today. Okay. Have to schedule a pickup by 2:30 for UPS to come this afternoon. So now I can dip some of these while printing shipping labels. These are going to be Starry Night. We're going to do some Starry Night and some Stormy Skies and some Tree Beard. We don't do that one very often, though. I made a point to this year when I was making all my bakeware, like use Tree Beard and take pictures of it. It's frozen again. So I've got a lot more pictures of Tree Beard on various items, which is one of our newer glazes. Heat tender, we can ship. Oh yeah, we ship. That's mostly what we do is we ship from here. Yeah, and I mean, we ship from anywhere. Like even our place in Nashville, if people buy something there and we have it shipped, we tend to bring it back here because this is where I have all the shipping supplies and stuff. But because there's no real way to do like a pickup or drop off there, like it's more complicated to have somebody come pick up stuff there. I'm sure if we made it a regular thing, they would come, but it's they don't have a very organized like mail service office or anything. It's like we've not been there a year. We've already had a package stolen. Yeah, and what's good about here versus like when we were at our house, like it's much easier for UPS to pick up here. Yeah, heat tender, like I've knock on wood, I've not had one happen here, but we're a smaller community too, so we're in a small town, so. And I think people have to be a bit more they have to try harder to steal from us because we live on a hill. It's not just like, you know, drive by, run and grab something. You have to climb a hill. Did I print that? This is why I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't think I did. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Oh, on the hill, if we're in danger of a freeze or of snow or something like that, or even a little bit of a slushy ice, we park on the bottom of the hill. Seriously, because, you know, I can get myself down pretty easy. You know, it's easy to get down the hill when it's slick like that, but not in a car. So we will park at the bottom of our driveway and then just slide down or whatever. Like, it's not as, like, I'm not as diligent about it as I used to be. Like, when I was, like, working at a factory, you know, you had to be there no matter what, even if the roads were nasty. And so I paid attention to it a lot more because I had to drive no matter what. But now sometimes we just kind of deal with it. We've actually only ever had, like, we've been at our house 15 years and we've only ever had to shovel snow off our driveway twice. So, I mean, we are in southern Kentucky. We don't get a lot of winter weather. But when it does, we can't get out very well. Now let's fix the... Hey, Minnie. Why do you want to go over there? Why? Minnie. Come here. Come on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there. Mm-hmm. What's the matter? Just making sure that it still worked. Now I gotta go print those out. But yeah, we are fortunate that if we have winter weather, that it's like we don't have it that often. I think... Did I accidentally, like, shut out my Twitch browser? I think I did. Whoops. There we are. All right, I'm gonna go like put some paper in the printer and I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this just in case Minnie needs to come over here and like have another route. Come on. Mm-hmm. You gonna come with me? Come on. Oh, come on. You gonna stay here? Oof. Thanks. Come on up here. Come on. What's the matter? I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what's got her all messed up. Kiba. It's been a hard day, buddy. Kiba just laying in the middle of the floor. Probably about to hear like a really bad sound. My printer sounds like it's struggling. All right. So I'm just dipping the top half of these, or not even a half, just a little bit below the rim, because it is a runny glaze. It's the Starry Night glaze. the blue over black. And I think I actually, though, did for the first time this year, I did some pieces where I did it entirely Starry Night. Like, I just made it a thinner layer, so it's not as bright of a blue. But I did, like, an entire layer of the sea spray all over the mug, and then did, like, another half layer on top. And it looked good. I did them specifically for the artist badge mugs I made for TwitchCon. I need to make another set of those just so I can take pictures, because I foolishly did not take pictures of them before I left. I know I've got to make a couple more mod mugs. Let's see how am I going to hold that? This is going to be the tree beard. So the bottom color is actually going to be more of a green than brown. It's a brownish green, but it's very green. So that's another example of the glazes not really looking like what they're going to be. These are little shave cups. So, like, to put, we've got someone that makes lather shave soaps that fit in there. If anybody likes to make their own lather for when they're shaving. Yeah, talking about winter weather, I was reading one of those like posts that are like, you know, tips and tricks that you never knew before, and it was about like de-icing or defrosting your car, and like some of them. So tell me if people here, if you live in cold areas, tell me. Sorry, this looks like one of my borders is off a little bit. But tell me if have you ever cut a raw potato in half and rubbed it on your windshield to keep it from fogging up? Has anybody ever done that? Is that real, or is that made up? Also, someone said to use cooking spray as a de-icer. Like, I can see that working, but I never would have thought of it. Like, is that all the de-icer is oil? The gray ones, that's what I need next. It's like I knew I needed something else with the sea spray. Frank, hello. And here you thought raw potatoes were just for pulling toxins out of your body. Raw potatoes are good for stamps. Cut patterns into raw potatoes and use them as like an arts and craft project. I need to tell someone that too. They were looking for like printmaking ideas to use with little kids. You've never done any of the de-icing tips, you just scrape, yeah. Yeah, I think the most I've thought ahead enough to do is like just lifting my windshield wipers so they don't get stuck. I need pink on that, and then what's that one over there? Why is it not got any glaze on it? I missed one. Where's the pink? And then that needs to be celery, which is something I need to add to my list. When I go grocery shopping. I'm gonna try to go get my grocery shopping done like earlier. Like I might even do it tonight. Even that, you're afraid like, oh, the windshield wipers will ice over and fall on your windshield and shatter it. Oh, I never thought about that. But then like we don't get that much. So there's a whole nother level of things you have to think about if you like live with a lot of winter weather. It's like when I was driving out west to TwitchCon, like I saw all the roads with the gates on them that were like, you know, that prevent people from getting on the interstate when it's bad. Because they know people are going to try. But I'm going to try to get my Thanksgiving like shopping, food shopping done. Maybe tonight before next week, because if I want to be able to find a pecan somewhere in this town, I've got to go ahead and get it. Like I like to cook, and I like to you know, bring food to all the family gatherings and stuff. And for Thanksgiving this year, we're going to my aunt's house, and she wants everybody to bring pies. She wants there to be a big pie display, and I have actually, like, for all the pie plates I've made, I don't usually make pies in them. So I need to think about like if I want to attempt a pie. Like, and I know, like, you're not supposed to experiment at Thanksgiving, right? Like, you need, I saw a post where that it was like, you need 3 to 5 years of experience and at least 2 references before you can bring mac and cheese to Thanksgiving because there are expectations. I am not hosting, no. I am traveling a few hours to see family. About every other year when we're doing, I haven't hosted it in a while, but we usually like go either, you know, to one side of the family or the other. And whenever we're at our side of the family, I usually end up making the dressing, which I think is a big deal, you know. Because that is a great deal of responsibility, making the dressing. You don't need to cook, but you'll bring some cookies. Hey, you're probably one of the favorite people there then. I've always enjoyed Thanksgiving a lot more than Christmas because for just getting together with family. Because it's just everybody getting together and having a good time. There's not the, I guess, anxiety of the expectations of gifts and stuff. You grew some sweet potatoes this year. You might drop some off early if somebody else wants to use them. You don't know how to cook with them. I have never made a sweet potato casserole like the one that's mostly brown sugar and marshmallows. But like just baking it like you would a regular potato. I've done that. Pink and then white on top of these, and then the sea spray just needs like another layer of sea spray. And then while those are drying, where's the white? I will put some wax on some other pieces and get started on another batch. So this is the solid white. And I just need to layer the unicorn with it. What we just dipped in pink. Yeah, I'm kind of like proud of being like someone in the family at Thanksgiving who is actually asked to make things, you know, because there's always people that, you know, don't want to cook, and you don't, maybe you don't want to eat something they brought. So I feel honored to be asked to make one of the main dishes sometimes. But it was funny because like when I was trying to figure out how to make proper dressing, because it's not something I make every day. But it used to be, right? It used to be a common thing. And now it's like a holiday only meal. But I remember like so we lost on our side of the family like both of my grandmothers relatively within a couple of years, and then Like, so people who just knew how to make everything and just took care of the food, you know, just. And then we lost Daniel's mom around the same time, so we came to the holidays and nobody had ever actually, like, even my mother, she's like, I've never made dressing, you know, just by itself, because there's so many other people to always make it. And so we were looking up like proper like turkey and dressing recipes, and like they were hard to find. We went like looking in old cookbooks, because we have a bunch of old cookbooks, and I'm like, oh, we got this, we can figure this out. And it was something that was not in any of these old cookbooks. I mean, I have cookbooks, like, I call them old, but they're from like 60s and 70s. Even we've got one that's a lot older than that. And I was looking through all these, you know, home cooking recipes, because they're like, you know, like the Methodist Church recipe book, the fundraiser type recipe books where everybody puts in their, you know, prized recipe for something. There was no dressing recipes, because it was something that was so easy to make that nobody had to write it. Why would you write that down? Everybody knows how to make it. It's so simple. And they didn't write it down, and didn't pass it on to, I guess, their ignorant offspring. But I was able to go online and find a lot of different recipes, and I made a couple batches and tested it out till I got it right. Because I knew the general ingredients, I just didn't know quantities and exactly what you were supposed, you know, how it was supposed to be made. I knew how it was supposed to taste. I knew that part. That's one reason I like old cookbooks. There was an estate sale, and I was looking at the estate sale. A lot of the stuff, well, you know, there was all the antiques and the big stuff was gone, but there was like boxes of cookbooks, and so I rummaged through those and found a few hidden gems. Because cookbooks, especially the like community cookbooks, like will tell you what information people thought they needed to share, or what they were proud of. And I love that sometimes. There was like one from 1973 that had like 3 pages or 4 pages of like Jell-O mold recipes. And so I was very entertained by all the different things that people would put into a Jell-O mold and expect people to eat. So I wonder if part of it is just why it sounds so weird, is if our part of it is our taste buds have changed, or our just general tastes have changed away from as much salty to more sweet. Because one of the recipes, it sounded like something a person would make as a prank. Because it was like cherry Jell-O and cherries in the Jell-O, which sounds really good, right? And then also a can of black olives. Black olives and cherries in cherry Jell-O. Now, like, if you're taking a bite of that and you think it's cherries and you bite into a black olive, I can't imagine that like what that would taste like. But it might have been like, was it salty sweet? Is it that? To me, that just sounds like a mean joke. Right, thank you, Frank, yes. But then to somebody who likes black olives, they might sound good. I don't know. Okay. Thought I had a drink around here somewhere. Here we go. Hobby House, hey! I recognize that name. Good afternoon. Did we go full screen studio? Full green screen studio? Yes. And matter of fact, you can see it right there. But we just have a curtain back here. It doesn't give me like a whole lot of room. I can go from about there to over here. There we go. But yeah, we've had this for I think like 2 years now. So we moved everything from the front of the studio to the back where we have a concrete floor that we can clean, and that we're trying to keep all the like dusty, dirty components back here because it's easier to clean and just, not necessary in the front of the studio. Though right now, like we've just got so much storage in the front of the studio. It's more of our shipping area now. Because when did we move it up here? I think it was in 21, I think. Because we were shipping out so much more that we used the front of the studio. Shipping stuff just takes up so much room. And so we used the front of the studio for that and just moved everything back here. Yeah, he took a break from Twitch for a while. Yeah, no, we're still here. We're still here. Those in pink. What do I want to do next? Let's glaze a few things. I need to get some wax. Not glaze, wax a few things. I'm letting the layers dry on some of the things. I've got like 2 layers on everything now, and you can't add layers of glaze like too fast. If you glaze things too fast, then the glaze is just going to start peeling off of the piece. So you have to let each layer dry a little bit so that the water from the next layer has something to absorb into. Add a little bit of water to this, and kind of stir that up a little bit. Then we'll add some more wax here. Yeah, we're doing all right. We've got a, we make everything here. We've got a brick and mortar shop down in Nashville now, which is also something that came out of the pandemic, is the thought of staying closer to home, not doing as many shows. There we go. Oh, yep, where's my stamp? I didn't get everything together. Better. It's a bit more legible. This one it's a much lighter pink, but it's still like legible. It's still still can be seen. Just need to add a bit more color to it. Some of the glaze was picked up into the wax, and so I was trying to wipe it away real quick before it dried. Otherwise it would have had little black streaks on it. I'm just adding another layer of color to the wider spots in the medallion. Ooh, almost dripped. We had a visitor in the studio yesterday. We had a lady come in with her service dog who was extremely well behaved. Like, Kiba was like sleeping in a box of bubble wrap as one does when there are no other comfy places to sit in the studio. And like, he didn't even realize the dog was there at first, and when he did, he started to like get up and get all poofy, but he didn't run away, which, I mean, Kiba doesn't run that much anyway. But but it was a standard poodle, so it wasn't a small dog. And it came up and just sniffed of Kiba and then walked away. It's like very, very well behaved. Kept coming back because he really wanted, or she really wanted to play with Kiba apparently, but didn't bother him. And so he stood up and got like all poofy. And then when she didn't bother him anymore, he's like, okay, I guess it's not really worth it to move. I'm just gonna settle back down. Fuzzy Dragon Books. Welcome, welcome. And good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. It's a bit of a dreary Friday here today. We're getting a bit of rain. But thankfully it is rain and not snow. I know a lot of you have already had to deal with some snow. Let's go that way a little bit. There we go. We are just dealing with sinus infections from the weather going from like 28 to 60. If not in the same day, in the same week. What other colors do I want to do? See, I've got like with the this customer, like they want every color, and so I'm thinking of the colors I haven't done yet. So I don't think I've done the pink and the orange in this color. Fuzzy dragon, we have meet the fuzzy duck. And so I'm prepping some of these guys while letting the others dry. And I may even put a fan on them before I put another layer on them. The prepping is what takes all the time anyway. Uh-oh. I apparently had some wax on my thumb, and I left a big thumbprint on the handle, and that is why I use food coloring, to kind of see what I'm doing. So I can tell if I made a mistake. So if I do red, pink, orange, and yellow, that still leaves me with 2 more colors to do. So I could either do some things in increments of 4, or I can just see what other colors I need to get out. Maybe I'm missing something. Could do portal, tropical fruit, and then portal, which is the blue over orange. Filling in the medallions is always very, I don't know if I'd say relaxing, but it is like very satisfying. So, Frank, are we done traveling for the season? Yes. No, we are done traveling. Our shows usually are done in October. We were trying to get into PAX Unplugged, which I think is in December, even. But like they're full. Like I'm sure it's going to take several years to get into that one. But we may go visit it just for fun. But no, we are done. But we do have a show in January, so we are done for the year. but like there's still one coming up. And it's going to be in New Orleans. New Orleans. Kira, hello. Kira, I think I got something for you. Let's see, where is it? I thought I saw it. Well, now that I've said something, I've got to find it. Oh, I bet I put it in the very bottom of this kiln. All right. We will find it. But I do have a mug for you that I can show you. I am getting a call, so I will be right back, guys. Back, and I found something. Kira, are you still here? Is this? I'm hoping this is what you thought it would be. This is the sea foam over yellow. This is a custom color for Kira. And if you want, do you want to see your name? Because I didn't know if you wanted everybody to see your name. So here it is. There's another view. But there's, and it's left-handed. So, and then the jade did, well, sorry, the jade did drip a little bit, which is kind of nice. Yeah, no, it looks really good. And so what I did is I dipped the piece, like it's somewhere up to here in yellow, and then I just painted a strip of the green on the jade, and then covered that in white. So there's a little bit of white overlap onto the yellow, but the inside is white and then overlapped in white. So it's a little bit brighter of a green than the jade. I have 2 kilns that were done, that were ready to be opened, and I'm like, I know I saw it somewhere, but I was looking in the wrong kiln. I'm like, I know I saw it. Why isn't it in here? Am I going crazy? Well, yes, I am, because it was in the other kiln. Minnie's getting excited. Like every time I walk away from the wheel, she's thinking that it's treat time. So I'm going to finish up waxing a few more of these and see anything else I want to wax. I'm going to look at my color list and see what color some of these things need to be that are individual pieces. And then I'll put a third layer on some of these, the pieces I have laid out on my tables, and then put those in one kiln, make room for some of this other stuff, and start putting a layer on that. So we're just kind of going in different, having the things in different stages here. Oop, wrong one. Let's try that again. A little bit more water. Here we go. The stamp doesn't have to be perfect when I put it on there. I just want it to be legible. There we go. Kind of fill it in with some thinner stuff, then go back with a second layer of thicker stuff like I did before. I think that one's good. That is white. This is the celery. I could do another layer of that. Let's give it a little bit of a stir. And then our second layer. And I'm dipping this just a little bit on the rim because it is a very runny glaze, which is what I want it to do, but there's a fine line between having it run very attractively and puddling at the bottom of the mug and breaking everything. I've done something bad. I'm like, wait, these aren't supposed to be that color. Why was there a black or gray one of those over here with the green? We will never know. But I do not think that is green. Let me look over here again. Okay. I think this one was, it was gray. And it just got set in the wrong place. But I still have enough of the gray ones. And that is usually why when I've got like the black and the gray and the green, like when they're dry on the mugs, on the pots, they look almost exactly the same. Putting them right next to each other, like you can see a slight difference, but just like on the table, if they were mixed together, it would be really, really hard to tell them apart. So I usually keep them on different tables. I don't know why that one ended up over here, because I know it did not need to be green. Probably one of those things where I was talking and set something down and then forgot about it. But those guys are ready to go now. They just need to dry a little bit more because, again, you don't put anything in the kiln right after you've dipped it. You got to let it dry a little bit. But those guys can go. Let me get the Starry Night out. Nope, I thought that was a Starry Night. It is not. Ready to go. All right, and then the tree beard. And with the tree beard, I also add a little bit extra here to make sure that it drips. So I smear a little bit of the thicker glaze on here. Just like that, just leaving it a little bit chunky around the edge. I don't know if I'll do much of that with this one because it's not very, It doesn't have very far to drip, so I think I'm just going to leave it alone. I think that's what makes it, gives it that nice blue ring around the edge, is where it gets nice and thick. Already did a little bit of that, okay. So this is one way you can control the drips a little bit. You just want to do this when you know you've got plenty of room to let the glaze run. So it's a lot of fun on taller pieces because you can really make it thick. You can really lay it on thick. All right, 2, 3 more, okay. Need the gray again. So glazing is usually what I have to kind of talk myself into, because it's nowhere near, for me, it's nowhere near as fun as the throwing. But it has its own process and its own method. You can get into a good rhythm. Good rhythm of dunking mugs in a bucket. Another layer of gray on top of there, and then there'll be one more layer of pink on this, and that's what will give us the unicorn farts. So I keep forgetting that it's Friday. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I need to get the sea spray back out because I forgot the stormy skies. How many total will I glaze today, Crispy? I have, I think I've got like 83 or 85 pieces here that I'm like layering, and then we'll probably do another, at least 30 to 40 once I get some of these in the kiln. And I see I forgot one of my tree beard ones. You know, I didn't even dip it once. There we go. Do that. Here we go. What are my plans in the wild, wild west of Kentucky? I am probably going to be here tomorrow loading more kilns. Super exciting. Sunday, I probably will be at the shop in Nashville. Maybe doing a little bit of Christmas decorating. We are, we're going to go see a show on Sunday night. We're going to go see John Cleese. So the shop in Nashville, it's downtown. So it's if you watch the show American Pickers, their retail shop in Nashville is in our building complex. It's called the Marathon Motor Works, or Marathon Village. It's the old Marathon Motor Works car factory that's been turned into a museum, and it has a lot of handmade and local shops in it. The very first of which was the American Pickers store. You've been there, yeah. Well, we just opened up there in March, so we've not been there for very long. I think I got them all this time. Like usually like 10 to 4 or 10 to 4:30, depending on like the day and the time of year. We're kind of figuring out our fall hours. A lot of places are like have shorter hours in the fall because the tour buses run shorter hours. We live and die by the tour buses because they have several tour buses that drop off people there because it is a museum. And so usually when the tour buses like stop at 4:30, we close at 4:30. So we're learning the routes and the times, but roughly 10 to 4. Later, because it's our shop and it's just us. If it's busy, we stay later. Just got one layer of pink on this one. Oh, really? You've got a cousin who has a couple of bars and a record store in Nashville. Wow. Yep, East Nashville. 5 points. They say East Nashville is the hip place. East Nashville is the new expensive place that everybody wants to be. It was one of the really bad flooded places when we had the flood in 2010. So it's been a little while, but it was one of the places they got rebuilt kind of or a lot of it got rebuilt. And it became a very artsy place. So it'd be kind of cool to see me throw a pot and actually buy it. Well, what do you think we're doing here? You can. Basement East or Grimey's Records? I have not, but I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know about in Nashville. Yeah, thank you, Kira. And we are working, or I should say, Wonder Hamster is diligently working on getting a lot of stuff in stock. There's already a lot of things in stock on the website right now. If you go there and there is a tab that says current in stock, a lot of things will pop up. And what happens is when you go to a listing, what the picture will default to is something, if we have it in stock, what we have in stock. Because we're trying to organize all the stock we have at the shop and with what we have on the website. Did I ever go to Opryland? Yes. So I think it closed when I was like 14 or 15, something like that. So yeah, went on many school and camp trips to Opryland and just like family trips. Yeah. Many times. And also, I went to several like after hours concerts. I remember that, going and getting tickets to the one of the theaters in there that you could go to, and walk through the park after it was closed. The Grizzly River Rampage. I remember that ride. Yeah, what is it? Some of the rides went different places. All the the kiddie track cars they have, they had like old time Model T versions of the cars that kids could ride. I think that went to Holiday World. At one point, a lot of people knew like where all the stuff went to surrounding like theme parks and stuff. And for a while, you could still see like on the edge of the Opry Mills parking lot, you could still see part of some of the rides, or at least some of the like tracks or walkways to rides. But I think they may have like finally like made it into something else. One more thing, I've got a yarn bowl here. clean that off a little bit. Add some more of the red. All right. But yeah, like I think you whenever it's almost obligatory. Like if you ever say anything about Opry Mills in Nashville, like somebody has to say, "Oh, I wish they had never gotten rid of Opryland." Like they've never changed the sign. Like there's all the road signs that say like Opryland this way. They've never changed them. Even when they change out the signs, they still keep it. They still have it saying Opryland, not Opryland Hotel, not Opry Mills, but Opryland. I'm going to start loading some of this stuff up into this little kiln and get it started. And then that'll clear up a little bit of space. I promise I'm not doing anything bad. But I did have to clear off my board. Oh, I guess I'm stuck a little bit. I guess I'm going to put it over here. I have not been to Beach Bend. It was like seemed like it was more for kids. So when I was like, you know, I've not been. Lumi Celine, thank you for the raid. Hey, welcome everybody. Good afternoon and happy Friday. You have come to raid our stash. I'm afraid all you're going to find here is cat hair. So if you're willing to work with that, then we're all good. As Minnie's up here with us now, I'll put this down here. Because I know that's what everybody wants to look at is a bucket over here. I wonder if this will go over to my board with where my keyboard sits over here. So what I'm doing is making sure that I don't have any like blemishes on the pot, making sure the glaze is everywhere it's supposed to be, and like make sure there's nothing on the bottom. Today we are glazing more mugs. We've got several different colors here. We've got this one is going to be the Starry Night, which is going to be the same color as you see on Kiba's water bowl. So, as with most glazes, the beforehand looks nothing like the final color. It's like, you know, light gray and dark gray versus blue and black. And I am loading up this kiln, and then we're going to work on another because I've got 2 kilns I can load, and not all of it's going to fit into one. How long do I have to wait for the glaze to dry before firing it? Usually it's around an hour. Like, it usually doesn't take that much longer to dry. With these, I've started a lot of these this morning. Let glaze like the entire piece inside and out with one color, and then I've been layering other colors on top. So parts of the mugs have been dried for a long time, but then some of these are still, like, they're not damp to the touch, but they, they're not like as dry as they'd be if they were left out overnight or anything. But they're dry enough to put into the kiln. Yeah, they just need to be, air dried, not anything special before they go into the kiln. If you just dip them and immediately like try to heat them up really quickly, it's kind of the same thing that happens if you try to like glaze too many layers too fast. The glaze is just gonna like dry rapidly and pop off the piece. So Lumi, what were you doing today? We have a Bounty Hunter coffee company. I was trying to make sure we had that one cleaned up properly. I do it hot and fast, but my kiln is so big that it doesn't really go that fast. So what, Crispy, like, what would you consider fast? Like, I put it on the fast glaze setting, but it still takes, like, 8 hours. Okay, I do see what I need to do with these guys. So I need to touch them up a little bit. So for a bisque fire, yes, you have to, like, I feel like you have to do it slowly at first, like for the first at least 500 degrees, maybe some people maybe 200 degrees, but like because you want to burn off all the impurities like slowly so things don't explode. Um, and then after a certain point, I forget what temperature it is, I read that like you can go a lot faster. And a lot depends on like how dry the piece is. Like if something is, you know, super dry, like you probably could do it fast. Fast for me is like 500 degrees an hour. That's what fast means for my kilns. Some kilns may do it faster than that, but that's about as like the most I can get out of my kilns is about 500 degrees an hour. And really, it can get to 1,000 degrees in 2 hours, maybe close to 15 in that third hour, but it generally takes a lot longer than to get up to 2,000 because that's a big jump. So yeah, explosions are only good on the 4th of July, right? We have our kilns inside are electric. We have a gas kiln outside that is the Raku kiln that's hooked up to natural gas. But for everyday operation, we use the electric kilns. All right, I am going to take all of this over to the kiln. Who needs a be right back screen when you have many? Here we go. Just had to fill in a little gap there. All right, I'm going to take this over to the kiln, and I will be right back. Here we go. Wish me luck. Usually I can fit like this one board per layer in the small kiln. And that's what we got. Put the shelves in there. Whoop. There we go. It's the board. We have some that call it the board of anxiety because it makes them nervous. Hey, Lost Traveling. You did Raku back at Owensboro Community College. You think insurance would prevent that process now? I don't know. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff in the art classes. And it may just be a matter of signing waivers, too. So what I'm doing today, is it for the shop or online? It's for orders, so neither. So it's for orders. Or I guess that could be online, is orders. Yeah. Am I ready for Turkey Day? We actually have, my mother and I have been talking about food, which is sometimes earlier than we do it. Like who's bringing what, because we're having a pretty big crowd this year, so we're trying to delegate. Yes, so the majority of what I'm making right now, or glazing anyway, is already sold, yes. All right, what other color next? We've got sunrise or the misty forest. Hey, Spook! Glaze day! And look, Spook, it's your favorite thing. I didn't even have to say it. Thought I had some sandpaper. You need to tune in on a day I'm doing handles. Well, handles, I use extruded handles, so we don't really like that. That's not a process that I guess I have streamed it before, just not the actual extruding, but just having them cut out, just cutting them out and kind of putting them in a box. And I bumped this one a little bit, so I've got to add a little bit more pink to the top. So the little bowl with the handle is a shave cup. So for like, put like a puck of shaving lather in there, and then have your like a shaving brush to make it a sudsy lather. Lost traveling, it really can. Yeah, like I've never like cared enough for a pulled handle to do that. I like the efficiency of the strap handles and the way they look, but also it's like of the pulled handles I've done, I think I've done over the past 8 years maybe like 2 to 3 like handle pulling streams. That's it. Do I do the handles the same day I do the pot? Usually. If not, the day after. Like some things I can keep for a couple of days, like without it drying out too bad, depending on the time of year. But I like to do them the same day, if I can. All right, here we go. Wait, I forgot to do the important thing. Hold on. Like I said, who needs a be right back screen when we've got many? There we go. Hey, Chris, good afternoon. I will be right back. I'm taking these pots and putting them into the kiln. So they can begin their journey through the fiery furnace. All right, and one board is around, one layer in the kiln, and that was still correct. I gotta find my stilts so I can prop up the next layer. Need to actually chip a bit off, so I'll be right back. I just had to make some scraping noises because there was a little bit of a glaze drip on one of the kiln shelves. All right, so one more board's worth of pieces. Crispy, yeah, thanks for stopping by. And Red Hatch Chili, thank you for the follow. All right. Let's get some more mugs. Hey, Kiba. That's not what that's for. Hi. Don't do it. Please don't do it. You can't jump that high, buddy. You can't. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. you were ready to clip it. No, all this stuff in your way. What? Why do you want to come over here? Because it's something new. There. Now most of that is out of your way. There we go. Now you've mooned everybody. All right. I'm going to try to continue this without catapulting any pots. I see what you're doing. You are a turd is what you are. Here. I will make the sacrifice. Nothing is better than the water out of my water bottle. Even if it's just tap water, if I will fill a empty water bottle with water, he thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. It's that, or the water out of a puddle. Those are his two favorite things. Oh, he's such a diva. And here, look at him with his fancy raised water bowl. Ceramics by Lindsay, hello. Good afternoon. Oh, ads. Sorry, we have ads. What are you doing, buddy? Here's the purrs. Here we go. Hey, Cobalt Reaver. Good afternoon. Oh, we lost a camera, didn't we? Hold on. There he is. I know it changed so much. spending time. I've got too many other things on the wheel for that. He's like, it's petting time is what it is. Oh. Y'all saw that. He tried to swipe at me. Like, no, the chin. Come on, the chin. He says the cat hair fluff is a little low. We need more. Yes, always. Thank you, buddy. We getting ready to plop. Welcome back, everybody. Oof. But Ceramic by Lindsay, hello and good afternoon. Lost Traveling, y'all are dog sitting this weekend? Ooh, fun. So how many dogs do you have all together now? Ooh, the purrs. I thought he was going to bite it. You're doing a raccoon firing tomorrow? Nice. The bisque is running right now, so it's cutting it close. But they will be preheated. Oh, she's a service dog for a lady, just one. Kiba met a service dog yesterday. We had a lady come in and brought her service dog with her, and she just walked right in. And it was like a standard poodle, so it was a big one. And I was surprised, and I looked up front, and I didn't see Kiba anywhere, but he was in his box of bubble wrap because that's his chosen throne. And like the dog didn't see him at first, and he didn't see the dog either. They didn't notice one another, and when they did, like, I was kind of worried that there might be some hysterics, but the dog just went and sniffed of Kiba. Kiba poofed up real big, and but then the dog walked away. So Kiba's like, okay, I like my comfy spot. I guess I don't have to move. Yeah, just make yourself comfy. Where else? What other comfy spot could there be besides being on the wheel? I think you have a plethora of pillows over here that you could choose to sit on. Nope, crusty wheel. Most comfy spot ever. Oh, you're still looking for a place to stay. That has got to be exhausting. Thank you, buddy. That's what he does. He nips at you if you stop. That tail does not stop. No, it just gets faster or slower. You're all nippy today. All right, I'm gonna go put these in the kiln. Wait, I had a chip on one. Let's put this up. Not like a full chip, like a little glaze chip. So I'm gonna add a little bit of pink glaze to it. So I had a little bit come off. Which is why you gotta be careful with these. It's easy to flake some of the glaze off, so just have to handle them gently. Kiba got his tail on the half off sale yet. He's like, it's not much of a tail, but I'm kind of attached to it. He's our Eeyore. I did it again on another one. Maybe it's time to cut my fingernails again. See, who needs be right back screens when you have cats? So I'm loading up my small kiln. And I will go ahead and start it. And get over here and put on my fan. Because I've got an exhaust fan that I run when the kilns are going. Oh, Kiba left. Did you see him climb down his route that he takes? Oh, Lost Traveling, you're like, think about that face on your 55-inch TV. Oh, wow. And there's Minnie. Don't forget Minnie. That's right, I gave all my water to the cat. That's why I don't have a water. Minnie is not attention seeking like Kiba is. So now I've got the rest of the one color I still need to put some layers on, and I can start on some other colors. So I think I want to do some red. Let me look at my list and see if anything else on here needs to be red. It's a lot more orange than I expected. Need a caffeine. Spook, you're gonna step away. You're super tired. Yeah, get some rest. And thanks for stopping by. What? Now you're leaving me too? Just making sure she's comfortable walking over there. Let me see. Put some wax on these guys. Nope, already did that. All right. I'm just counting up what I need here. And then I think I need to get the purple out again. Oh, Shorty, thank you for the follow. Yeah, good afternoon and happy Friday, everybody. I keep forgetting it's Friday. I'm gathering things together that need to be red. And these are the travel mugs. I was like, where did my paintbrush go? Sometimes this glaze settles and you just can't stir it up. You just got to scrape it a bit. Alright, these are some more pieces that where it really doesn't matter what color it is. So I'll make a few red ones. See what else we got over here. Alright, I think that's good for red. What other colors am I going to do? Purple, I said. Okay, we can wax those when the time comes, but I'll go ahead and start glazing these red ones. I think I'll do some pink as well. So this is my red glaze. You can kind of tell it's red because it's nice, and I mean, it looks like just a lighter version of what it is. It's a glaze that I make myself. because red glaze can be really, really expensive because the stain used to make it is really, really expensive. So it's one that I make myself to save just a little bit. And I probably should do that more, but it is it's just very convenient to buy the glazes ready to go. Okay, just making sure I didn't have anything sharp in there. Jungle Carpet Python, hello. Good afternoon. So, what is the glaze and what it does? So the glaze is a mixture of clay and glass. So it is not paint. That's why it looks completely different now than it does on the pot. Because this color right here is going to be this red, which is bespeckled and dusty, but that's the red it's going to look like. And the glaze that I'm working on right now is actually going to be the blue and red. So I'm dipping the, I'm going to make the entire thing red, and then going to add the blue on top of it. But what the glaze does, besides being decorative, is it makes the piece easier to clean. It doesn't actually seal the pot. The clay does that. The clay seals the pot, seals itself, and makes itself watertight, but the glaze adds color, and it makes it much easier to clean, because clay, no matter how smooth it is still going to be a little bit rough, and when you're cleaning it, like, stuff can get stuck in there, and it's hard to get it out. So for me to legally say that my pieces are food safe, I have to have glaze at least on the inside. But that's kind of what they are. The color in glazes usually comes from metal oxides, not just paint. Like, this is a metal stain that will make it red. So it kind of looks a little bit like red now, but a lot of times what's in the bucket is going to be like a grayish color or a brownish color. That's because it's the colorants are metal oxides, and they don't change color until you heat them up. And we are taking these up to 2232 degrees Fahrenheit. And the glaze doesn't actually start melting really until after 2000 degrees. So, because I've had it happen before where we've had like a power failure in here, and the glaze, like, it was not melted at all. I think it told me that it got up to like 1950 or 2000, and the glaze was not melted at all. Which, lucky for me, I was able just to turn it back on once we got power back and finish, and it was all right. So sometimes a power outage is not as bad as it could be. You've lost a lot of time and a lot of energy, but when it gets bad is when, like, if part of the kiln is not working quite right, and so it can't quite get up to temperature, but it gets almost there, then that's when you have a lot of ruined pieces sometimes. Because some of the pieces, like, can be refired if something messes up, but some of the glazes just will not fire again. You get one shot. See, I think I'll make these other two Sedona. So I'll do that last. I've got to dip this one in solid red. Alright, then I'll make these two Sedona, which is just like red on the outside and then green on the inside. I'm answering a question real quick. When my niece asks me for my cookie recipe, like I answer immediately, right? All right. Now, do I have... I don't know if I have enough room. Let's do it this way. Here we go. Oop, missed a spot. Mistake Gaming, hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome. And good afternoon, happy Friday. And Dylan, thank you for the follow. Here we go. I am glazing some mugs and I have a little rough spot on here, so I'm trying to sand it down. Mistake Gaming, hey, thank you for the follow and welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? What were you doing today? I am here adding some color to the pots. This is going to be red. Let's see if I got most everything there. This, what's in the bucket here is actually going to be the red on in the middle of the glaze chart over here. Paintbrush. I think I got everything else. Nook, thank you. Yeah, and if y'all would like to see what the finished version of a lot of these look like, you can go to our website. If you go to the shop command, it'll take you to our website where we have a lot of our items on there that you can like custom order any color you want, or we have a lot of our stock on there now as well. Nick, you do acrylic painting and you love art, so you came in with Mistake. Am I saying that right? I mean, is it, I would rather know if I'm mispronouncing a name. You know, dip the bottom half of these. So with this, I think I've got enough here to dip the bottom half of this. I just didn't have enough to conveniently like just dunk the entire piece in here. So I poured on the inside and then I'm dipping the outside. Good. A lot of these mugs are going to a shop. This one specifically, so we do a lot of custom. This one is going to the Fuzzy Duck Coffee Shop. I'm the only one. Hey. Well, I did guess. I went with what I thought it was, and thought I'd ask for forgiveness later if I got it wrong. But we've got different sizes and styles of mugs here. This is our normal mug that we sell the most of. It holds 20 ounces, and it's kind of like our medium size or large. It's large. It is, but we have this shape in 20 ounce and then a smaller version, which is a 10 ounce, which I've got over here in a different color. But so we've got like a big and a little version like that, and then of course you saw the travel mug there that will get a lid. Then we also make some tankards, which I don't have out right now. I'm not glazing any of those right now in this batch. But I'm putting this layer of red on here, and then all of these are going to end up being this top color here that has the blue over the red. I'm letting this layer dry, and then we'll add some of the blue color on top. The blue color is actually green by itself, but over the red it turns blue, which, you know, doesn't make sense when you're talking about actual colors, but when you're dealing with metal oxides, that's what happens. Give it a bit of a stir. How much glaze do I go through? A lot. I'll have to see how much I have, like, in a year. At the end of the year. I think... I have to count up how much I did a couple years ago, because I know, like, one year I did, like, I went through, like, 300 pounds dry of the black, because that tends to be what I use the most of, is the solid black, and, that is 12 5-gallon buckets like this of the black, and that's about right. Like once a month I'll go through a 5-gallon bucket of black, but one bucket will glaze around 200 to 250 pieces depending on how like big all of them are, but an average a mug, I can get 250 pieces out of one bucket, but usually not all pieces are just like one color, you know. But I documented an entire bucket's worth of pieces to see like what I could get out of it. I kind of chipped a little bit off the top here, so I fixed that. Yeah, some of the glazes I make myself, like the red, and some I buy like already made in dry form that I just add water to. Yes, I do commissions. So if you go to our website, there's one of the tabs is for custom. We could either call it custom or something like that. I forget what we actually call it, but it will take you to the custom listing site. And what we do a lot of is like putting custom graphics on the mugs or a text or a quote. So I actually have a bunny graphic because I do a lot with fiber festivals and yarn shops, so I have an Angora bunny graphic. If you like the fuzzy bunnies that are like tribbles with ears, I have one of those. I thought I had one back here. I was seeing if I still did, but I may have finally gotten rid of it. I do a purge every once in a while of things that are broken beyond repair. If you go to the shop command, it'll take you to the website, but it's paulystudios.com. We do ship to Canada. You put in your address on the website, and it'll calculate shipping for you. Where'd my sponge go? There's. Oh, add. Yep. What did she do? She's like, you washed your hands. Oh, there she is. She does. Yeah, welcome back. So I was saying the website, if you hit the shop command, it will take you to the website. And we do ship to Canada. So when you go in, put in your address, and it will calculate exact shipping for you. Canada's not horrible. It's just we use priority mail because that's what most people like request when shipping to Canada. Okay, we did red. What do we want to do next? Maybe purple? Get purple back out. The fuzzy bunny. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. See if we have that on the website. Like, even if we don't have, like, a listing on there, like, we would have a picture of him. Yeah, you know, I don't even know what the exchange rate is now, but the, when I think of shipping international, I think of the, like the customs fees, like, and shipping with USPS tends to be the least amount of customs fees. Oh, it's like almost 1.5. Here it is. There we go. So, that is a link to... Oh my gosh, what is that? That face. Why are we frozen? Are we? Okay, we're not frozen. We're frozen on Restream. Why are we frozen? Hopefully we're not really. But I just looked at the Restream like stream, and it was like my face was frozen, and a very, very unflattering shot, and I thought maybe the camera was frozen, but it was the Restream. So this one right here is like blue and pink. I call it cotton candy. The pink and white, the white over pink is like a, it looks more like, think of like icing over, like a sugar icing over on a pink cake. It's got kind of transparent. But that is something we can do. If the health, mana, and stamina mugs come up in the slideshow, look at the health mug. That's going to be what white and pink looks like. So, I don't know if we have a pink one over here. Got orange and pink. Oh, that wasn't in this load. Let's see. Yeah, so this is one that is just come out, but that's kind of like the it's blue and pink, but it's a light blue and pink, so we call it cotton candy. Oh yeah, like the slime or the glaze is orange, but when I Like when I fire it, the mug turns dark blue. Yeah. So this is the cotton candy, which is same as this one up here, but just you could see it much closer up. And this one, it didn't drip as much as that one did. Yeah, like ice cream. Yeah. So I'm going to grab, I guess, some more things to be purple. Oh, that's so funny. The amount of panic that happened at the pharmacy an hour ago when you went to get your prescriptions. Everyone was ready to duck and cover because there was a spider in the store. Oh. I can't say I would react much differently. Purple. Let's see what else needs to be purple. Oh yeah, some of the trap logs. Oh, you took it outside. That was very sweet. Was it what type of spider was it? Like wolf spiders look terrifying, but they're actually very good. And they're not that bad. I think it was a wolf, yeah. Did I already grab one? I don't think I grabbed one of these, no. Yeah, we had like we don't have a ton of spiders here, but in my garage we have like wolf spiders everywhere. And I tried to be like careful with them. Like I understood that they ate what they eat other spiders. Is that what it is? And so I tried not to be afraid of them, but like if they entered my personal space, then I got upset with them. The thing about here is we are in southern Kentucky, and I don't know like if everywhere has like black widow spiders, but here we have like black widow spiders everywhere. Um, which is weird, like, cause I grew up in Tennessee, like 2 hours away, and I had never seen an actual black widow spider until I moved here. So I don't know if I just didn't go outside, which I didn't, but um, or what. But they are much more prevalent here, and like we have to check our mailbox because I've pulled out the mail to see have a great big lady with a red hourglass on her belly in there, and so. But we do live like right. I mean, our backyard is woods, so we have a pest control service that comes regularly. Ooh, you got bit by a brown recluse and had to take antibiotics. Yeah, that's scary. Said, thankfully you are friends with most of the spiders in the area here, so they just tickle you and never bite you. So you are Spider-Man. Like more like Disney princess. Gotcha. So you sing to them. You do play music through your phone for the garden plants, and when you sit outside concentrating, deadwood into nutrient ash. Hey, you never know. Maybe it helps. It is about time for some supper. So I'm going to see what else is on here. You're working on gaining the trust of the mice, so they'll let you take them out of the house more easily. Oh. I'm seeing who else is on right now. Sure. Let's go see Sassacas. It's like working on a huge Lord of the Rings cross stitch. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. I'm at a good stopping point, and we've got one kiln going. I'm gonna load another one tonight, and then I'll be back tomorrow doing that again, so trying to do 2 kiln loads tomorrow. But if I don't see you again, have a wonderful weekend, and also if you're in the US, have a good Thanksgiving for this week. So it'll be a short week this week, but thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see y'all later. Where's my button? Here we go. Let's go see what Sassacas is up to.